Hey riders, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video we're going to be talking about the top 10 Honda motorcycles of all time. As you guys know, I am a big fan of Honda and my garage is filled with tons of Hondas. I got the CRF250, the Honda Goldwing, I have the Honda Africa Twin, I have the Honda Pan-European, and needless to say, I am a fan of them. But in this video we're going to go over the 10 top Hondas of all time. Starting at number 10, we have the Honda CB750. The CB750 was the first real superbike. It was a 4-cylinder Honda and it just left every other bike in the dust. This bike had 67 horsepower and you might think it's not a lot, but back then that was an incredible feat of engineering by Honda. And it had a massive 4-cylinder engine that was silky smooth, so every rider wanted the CB750. Coming in at number 9, we have the Honda CBR1000RR Fireblade. The Fireblade was praised for achieving an excellent balance between power and handling. It featured a powerful inline-4 engine that provided ample performance while still maintaining superb handling characteristics. With its distinctive twin headlights and sharp lines, it became an iconic representation of Honda's sport bike prowess. It was a masterpiece because it pushed the boundaries of what a sport bike could be, prioritizing lightweight design, balance, and engineering, and rider-centric features.
From its RR designation to its lightweight aluminum U-spoke wheels and enormously wide radial tires, from the sleek aerodynamic lines of its fairing and body to its massive, rigid, yet amazingly light twin-spar all-aluminum frame. The art has just been redefined. The CBR1000RR, only from Honda.
Moving on to number 8, it's a bike I never owned, but I've always wanted. It's the Honda CBX. This thing is a 6-cylinder monster, but unfortunately, it's gone up so much in price you can barely get one. This is a 6-cylinder superbike that had every rider's jaw hitting the floor. It was the Honda that said, you know what, 4 cylinders are for amateurs. With a whopping 105 horsepower, this beast could reach a top speed of 140 miles per hour. If you've never heard a Honda CBX firing up, it's incredible. It's like an opera. Rolling in at number 7, we have the Honda Super Cub. This thing is known for being the motorcycle that sold the most in the entire world. Honda recently released a new Super Cub. With its big wheels, it's got great stability, it beats a lot of scooters, and back in the day, Honda changed their entire image based on the Super Cub. Honda's motto, "You meet the nicest people on the Honda," started with the Honda Super Cub. This bike had outstanding fuel mileage. This thing could make a Prius feel jealous. It was a great commuter all around the world. That was why it became such an incredible hit for Honda.
Honda. Conserve your energy and enjoy the fun, freedom, and economy of 2 wheels. To me, a Honda never gulps gas, just sips it 200 miles to the gallon. And a Honda costs less to own than a good set of golf clubs. It can hold 45 miles an hour all day without complaining. You'll have a lot of fun riding a Honda. Of course, if you must have 4 wheels, how about another Honda?
Coming in at number 6, we have the Honda XR650R. Not to be confused by the XR650L. The R was an incredible machine. Kickstart, aluminum frame, 277 pounds, high horsepower, you could wheelie for days. This thing was a monster, made to beat all other dirt bikes in the dirt, especially Baja. In big desert racing, this was the bike to get. It's been climbing in value, as you might expect, but the XR650 is one of those machines that you have to try before you die. This beast isn't like your run-of-the-mill dirt bike. It's a desert-scorching, hill-climbing, adrenaline-pumping monster. With its rugged design and impressive off-road capabilities, the XR650R is a true legend of the world of dirt bikes. Whether you're tackling rocky terrain or blasting through sand dunes, this Honda is your trusty steed, and it's got horsepower to prove it. The only thing that is known to stop an XR650R is a gas station. This thing is not drifty at all. At number 5, we have the Honda VFR 750. This is a true sport touring masterpiece. The VFR 750 is not only a masterpiece in design, but also a masterpiece of engineering. This is the bike you would choose if you want to carve through a twisty mountain road on the weekend and then cruise in comfort on the highway. In at number 4, we have the Honda Blackbird. This thing was the top speed king before the Hayabusa came in, and it beat the ZX11 by about 3 miles per hour. Top speed of 178 miles an hour, and it also had a chain drive. This thing was also incredibly comfortable, so you could sport tour on it. It's much more comfortable than the Hayabusa, and riders even put saddlebags onto them. They have been recently going up in price, but these you can find still relatively cheap in the used market. Riding one of these is like strapping yourself into a rocket with handlebars. Cracking into the top 3 is the Honda XRV 750 Africa Twin. Now this thing is a beast. It's reliable, durable. It's got the awesome V-twin that Honda started putting on their dual sports, and it is incredibly cheap even now. The 650 is much more expensive and is more dirt oriented. The 750 is much better on the road, but it's definitely capable of doing dirt in the right hands. This motorcycle is like the Indiana Jones of motorcycles. It was designed to take you anywhere and everywhere. And with the off-road prowess and robust build, they're ready to tackle the most challenging terrains on the planet. Whether you're navigating dense jungles, deserts, or scaling mountain peaks, the Africa Twin had your back. And that's how idle is. It's an aftermarket exhaust, so it's got a different tone, but it sounds pretty darn good.
So easy to ride, so fast, so smooth, so powerful that was, compared with the other motorcycle, impossible to compare.
The Africa Twin changed the course of adventure bikes forever. Its legendary reliability set a new standard for adventure bikes. The Africa Twin represents adventure in its most simplistic form. This is why the Africa Twin is the greatest of all adventure bikes. Climbing to second, this is the absolute monarch of touring, the Honda Goldwing. The Honda Goldwing is an incredible machine. Super smooth. If you want a bike that you can just cruise for hundreds of thousands of miles, this bike is it. The first bikes were more cruiser oriented, and now they are just an incredibly, almost like sport oriented touring machines. 6 cylinders, the early ones are 4 cylinders. They're just so incredible. With plush seats, state-of-the-art audio systems, and more gadgets than a secret agent's toolkit, the Honda Goldwing is a road trip dream come true. This bike is so comfortable that you could cross a continent and not even know it. If you are looking for a touring bike, there's no other bike that compares to the Honda Goldwing. I feel that the Honda Goldwing, especially the new one, almost feels like black magic. The weight just mysteriously disappears under you as soon as you start rolling at 2 miles per hour. This bike's weight disappears as soon as you leave the parking lot. It is so well balanced. The weight is just so low to the ground, and it's amazing. Honda could consider this a sport touring machine rather than a touring machine.
Just about everything about it is different, including the guys who'll be riding it.
Whoa, this thing rocks.
As champion Nicky Hayden will tell you, this ain't your old man's Goldwing.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Number 1, this is the creme de la creme from Honda motorcycles, the apex predator of Honda motorcycles. That is the Honda RC51. This bike is a racing legend that dominated the World Superbike Championships. And it's the stuff of motorcycle dreams. With a ferocious V-twin engine, it packs enough horsepower to make Formula One cars blush. The RC51 was built for speed, agility, precision, and it doesn't just hug corners, it practically cuddles them. It's the embodiment of Honda's racing heritage and engineering prowess. The RC51 isn't just a motorcycle, it's a symphony of power and performance, a true masterpiece on 2 wheels. Well, there you have it. That is the top 10 Honda motorcycles of all time. It's time to twist the throttle and hit the open road. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up. See you on the next ride. Give us a thumbs up if you found this video to be informative and enjoyable, and please share it with your fellow riders and friends who appreciate the rich history of Honda motorcycles.